Have you ever felt that the person you trust might be concealing something significant, leaving you to wonder if everything is truly as it appears? In today's world of international connections, especially when it comes to relationships with Filipinos, the promise of genuine affection can sometimes be clouded by subtle signals that something isn't quite right. Imagine exchanging heartfelt messages that ignite hope, only to discover inconsistencies and evasions behind those warm words. A situation that leaves you questioning every detail of your shared story. This isn't a tale spun from mere imagination. It reflects the reality experienced by many who step into the realm of cross-cultural romance, where the lines between sincerity and artifice can blur in unexpected ways. In these relationships, the initial excitement often gives way to moments of uncertainty. Perhaps it's a hesitation when discussing personal history or a rapid progression toward declarations of love without truly getting to know one another. Such behaviors may seem like minor quirks at first, yet they can serve as early warnings of deeper issues that might later compromise your trust and emotional well-being. The charm of connecting with someone from a different culture is undeniable. The blend of distinct traditions, values, and lifestyles creates a tapestry of experiences that enriches your world. However, this same tapestry can sometimes hide threads of deception, woven so subtly that they go unnoticed until it is too late. As you embark on the pursuit of meaningful connections, it is crucial to remain aware of the small but significant signals that might indicate an ulterior motive. A reluctance to share clear and consistent details about one's background, sudden shifts in communication patterns, or an insistence on keeping certain aspects of life veiled in mystery should prompt a closer look. These are not definitive proofs of deceit, but rather hints that merit further exploration. In a setting where trust is paramount, understanding these nuances can empower you to navigate your relationship with a sense of caution and clarity, ensuring that your heart remains protected while you still enjoy the beauty of new encounters. This discussion aims to shed light on the often overlooked warning signs that might be disguising hidden agendas, all while maintaining an objective tone free from prejudice. It is not about casting blame or fostering suspicion for its own sake, but about arming you with the insights needed to distinguish genuine affection from carefully crafted illusions. What if that heartfelt message was not just an expression of love, but also a signal of something more complex lurking beneath the surface? With each subtle clue we uncover, you will find practical advice and real-life scenarios designed to help you safeguard your emotions and make informed decisions. In the next section, we will explore these deceptive signals in greater detail, revealing the patterns and behaviors that could indicate you are being misled and equipping you with the tools to discern truth from illusion. Are you ready to learn how to spot these critical red flags before they compromise your pursuit of true connection? From the moment a man first encounters a Filipina, the experience can feel like stepping into a world that is both familiar and enchantingly new. It often begins with a gentle conversation that unfolds naturally, whether through online exchanges or a chance meeting in a social setting. There is an air of warmth and hospitality that Filipinos are known for, and this quality creates an environment where trust is built gradually. The initial interactions are filled with sincere smiles, genuine curiosity about each other's lives, and a calm assurance that makes one feel safe and welcomed. In these early moments, the charm lies in the simplicity of communication. A few kind words shared over coffee, a thoughtful text message that brightens an ordinary day, or a casual stroll along a breezy beach where both parties share their dreams and aspirations. In many cases, men find themselves captivated not only by the beauty of their Filipina partner, but also by the depth of her character. There is a softness in the way she listens intently, a respectful nod to the stories of his past, and an eagerness to learn about his interests. This mutual exchange of personal narratives creates an unspoken bond that transcends mere physical attraction. The connection is often built on the foundation of shared values, such as the importance of family, faith, and community, a cornerstone in many Filipino households. These values serve as a bridge between different worlds, allowing each person to see the other in a new light, where cultural differences are celebrated rather than feared. As the relationship deepens, the enchantment only grows stronger. Many men describe the early stages as a period filled with moments that feel both magical and transformative. There is the excitement of discovering new traditions, Whether it is learning how to cook a traditional Filipino dish together or being introduced to festive gatherings where laughter and music fill the air, these experiences are not staged. They come from genuine pride in heritage and a desire to share a part of one's identity with someone who seems eager to embrace it. This sharing of culture often leads to unexpected adventures, where the simplicity of everyday life is intertwined with the beauty of tradition. In these moments, it is easy to understand why feelings of love can blossom so quickly. One realistic scenario might involve a man who met his Filipina partner through a mutual interest in travel. Their first encounter was arranged in a bustling city park, where the vibrant energy of the surroundings mirrored the lively conversation that soon ensued. As they walked together, she spoke of her childhood in a small town by the sea, describing the simple pleasures of family gatherings and community celebrations. Her stories were filled with details of colorful festivals, the aroma of freshly cooked meals, and the sound of laughter echoing in the streets. Her eyes lit up as she recounted how these moments had shaped her into the caring and resilient person she had become. The man listened, entranced by the vivid imagery and genuine affection that flowed from her words, and found himself drawn not only to her cultural roots, but to the sincere way in which she expressed her life's experiences. Another common experience shared by many men is the feeling of being supported and understood on a level that sometimes feels rare in modern relationships. A Filipina's natural ability to empathize, paired with her deep respect for the person she is with, often leads to a nurturing dynamic that fosters emotional security. For example, one might recall a situation where, during a difficult period at work or in personal matters, the Filipina partner would be the first to offer comfort and encouragement. She might share a personal anecdote about overcoming challenges, thereby instilling hope and reminding her partner that life's hurdles can be met with perseverance and grace. Such moments of vulnerability and mutual support become the glue that binds the relationship, turning everyday encounters into lasting memories that are cherished over time. The rapid development of feelings in these relationships can also be attributed to the genuine openness and direct communication that is so common in Filipino culture. Unlike situations where there may be hidden agendas or mixed signals, many Filipinos communicate their intentions clearly, often out of respect for their partner's feelings. They tend to be straightforward about what they seek in a relationship, a commitment built on mutual respect, loyalty, and understanding. This transparency leaves little room for doubt, and for many men, the clarity of these intentions is both refreshing and deeply reassuring. It is not uncommon for them to feel that every shared secret and heartfelt conversation is a step closer to a profound and unshakable connection. Moreover, the early days of such a relationship are frequently marked by an air of spontaneity and adventure. There is a sense of being swept away by a wave of new experiences that both partners embrace wholeheartedly. Whether it is an impromptu visit to a local market, the discovery of a hidden gem of a restaurant, or the excitement of planning a trip together, these shared adventures serve as a catalyst for emotional intimacy. The beauty of these moments lies in their unpredictability, a reminder that love, when it is genuine, does not follow a strict plan but rather flows naturally, guided by the heart's unspoken desires. In these instances, men often find that they are drawn not only to the allure of a new love but also to the promise of a life enriched by experiences they had once only dreamed of. The cultural nuances also play an important role in accelerating the emotional connection. Filipinos are raised in environments where respect and care for one's family and community are instilled from a young age. This upbringing reflects in their relationships, where loyalty and dedication are deeply valued. A man who enters into a relationship with a Filipina may quickly learn that family ties extend beyond blood relations. They form a network of emotional support that includes close friends and relatives who welcome him as part of their extended family. This sense of belonging can be a powerful motivator, encouraging him to invest more deeply in the relationship and to imagine a future where both personal and familial bonds flourish. The feeling of being embraced by a wider community provides an additional layer of security and satisfaction that further fuels the rapid blossoming of love. In the midst of all these enchanting experiences, it is not unusual for some men to experience an overwhelming sense of gratitude and admiration for their partner's resilience and kindness. Life in the Philippines often comes with its own set of challenges, and many Filipinos have learned to navigate these obstacles with a quiet strength and a ready smile. Their ability to remain optimistic and hopeful, even in the face of adversity, leaves a lasting impression on those who are fortunate enough to share their lives. This resilience is not merely a survival mechanism. It is a testament to the enduring spirit that defines so many who call the Philippines home. Men who are drawn to such qualities may find themselves falling quickly in love, captivated by the thought that they have discovered someone who embodies both strength and tenderness. In addition to these emotional qualities, there is also an undeniable aesthetic appeal that contributes to the rapid development of affection. Filipinos often have a natural grace and a warm beauty that is accentuated by their vibrant cultural heritage. This physical charm, combined with an expressive personality, creates an irresistible combination that can leave a lasting mark on the heart. It is important to note, however, that the physical aspects are only one part of the picture. For many men, the initial spark is quickly followed by an appreciation for the deeper layers of personality, the humor, the intelligence, and the ability to find joy in the simple moments of life. These aspects, when combined, create a multifaceted allure that is as compelling as it is enduring. Another element that draws men into these relationships is the element of genuine care and attention that Filipinos often bring to their interactions. They are known to be attentive listeners who value the art of conversation, ensuring that every word spoken is a step toward building a stronger connection. It is common for a Filipina to remember small details about her partner's life, whether it is a favorite food, a childhood memory, or even the tone of voice he uses when he is particularly happy or stressed. This level of attentiveness creates a sense of being truly seen and appreciated, which can quickly turn infatuation into a profound emotional bond. Men often feel that such care and consideration are rare commodities, making every shared moment feel like a precious gift that deepens their affection. As these relationships continue to grow, the early charm and excitement often give way to deeper layers of understanding and mutual respect. The initial infatuation evolves into a meaningful exchange of support and care, where both partners share their dreams, aspirations, and even their vulnerabilities. For many men, this evolution is marked by a gradual but undeniable shift from superficial attraction to a genuine commitment to each other's well-being. The simple pleasures of daily life, a shared meal, a quiet evening at home, or a spontaneous laugh over an inside joke, begin to take on new meaning, as they serve as the building blocks of a lasting relationship. Throughout this journey, there is a subtle but persistent reminder of the uniqueness of the connection. The experience of being with a Filipina is often contrasted with previous relationships, where the blend of sincerity, cultural richness, and unwavering loyalty creates an emotional landscape that feels both exhilarating and deeply comforting. Men frequently find themselves marveling at the ease with which their partner navigates the complexities of life, turning even challenging moments into opportunities for growth and connection. This ability to transform the ordinary into something beautiful is a recurring theme that reinforces the strength of the bond being formed. Yet, amidst the warmth and enchantment, there are also moments of introspection and quiet reflection. As the relationship progresses, both partners may find themselves contemplating the future, considering how their lives might intertwine in ways that are both unexpected and rewarding. For a man who is experiencing such a relationship, there is a growing awareness that love is not merely an emotional state but a continuous process of discovery and adaptation. The initial rush of excitement is gradually replaced by a more stable and enduring sense of commitment, one that is built on trust, shared experiences, and a mutual desire to support one another through life's inevitable ups and downs. This journey, with all its delightful nuances and moments of genuine connection, often leaves a man feeling that he has discovered something rare and precious, a love that is both comforting and invigorating. The allure of such a relationship is not based on fleeting passion or superficial attraction, but on a deep-seated respect for the qualities that make his partner unique. It is a connection that is nurtured through everyday acts of kindness, through conversations that stretch late into the night, and through the quiet assurance that, in each other, they have found a safe haven. As the story unfolds, there is an undercurrent of anticipation and possibility that runs through every interaction. The promise of new experiences, the excitement of learning from each other's cultural backgrounds, and the shared hope for a future filled with mutual care combine to create an emotional tapestry that is both intricate and resilient. Each day brings fresh surprises, a new recipe learned, a local tradition shared, or even the subtle shift in tone that signals a deeper understanding of each other's hearts. This ongoing exchange of small, yet significant gestures keeps the flame of attraction burning steadily, ensuring that the early enchantment does not fade into mere routine, but rather evolves into something more profound and enduring. In the midst of these experiences, the role of communication remains paramount. The simplicity of the language used, the clarity of intentions, and the heartfelt honesty that defines each conversation contribute to a relationship where both partners feel heard and valued. It is a communication style that is direct yet gentle, practical yet infused with warmth, a balance that is often seen in the way Filipinos express themselves. This approach not only helps in bridging any cultural or linguistic gaps, but also fosters a sense of unity and shared purpose. For many men, this clarity is refreshing and is one of the key reasons why they quickly find themselves falling deeply in love. The experience of entering a relationship with a Filipina, therefore, is a rich tapestry woven with moments of laughter, shared dreams, and quiet understanding. It is a journey that begins with a spark of interest and gradually transforms into a complex narrative of affection, resilience, and mutual respect. Each stage of this journey offers its own set of rewards, from the initial charm and cultural exchange to the deeper, more meaningful commitment that emerges over time. There is an undeniable magic in these early interactions, a magic that captivates the heart and invites one to explore the depths of love without reservation. As we move forward, the focus will shift to examining how these deep emotional bonds are maintained over time, and what practical steps can help nurture a relationship that started with such genuine allure. Are you ready to explore the delicate balance between passion and commitment, and learn how to keep the connection alive through the challenges and triumphs that lie ahead? Many men, swept up by the excitement of a new connection, sometimes make impulsive decisions in relationships that seem too enchanting to question. The early days are filled with heartfelt messages, promising words, and moments that create an illusion of a fairy tale romance. In these initial stages, emotions run high and the prospect of finding true love can be so intoxicating that caution is often thrown to the wind. It is common for individuals to become deeply attached within a very short span of time, as the warm, sincere expressions of care and the unmistakable charm of a Filipina can blur the lines between genuine affection and idealized fantasy. The allure of quick promises, such as vows of eternal commitment and plans for a blissful future together, may seem like a natural progression in a relationship that appears to be built on trust and mutual respect. However, when every conversation and every gesture reinforces a dream that has not yet been fully tested by time, it can lead to decisions that are not thoroughly considered. This impulsiveness is often fueled by the belief that a promising beginning guarantees a secure and happy future. Many men find themselves rushing into major commitments, such as marriage, after only a few weeks or even days of a seemingly perfect connection. The excitement of discovering a partner who appears to share the same dreams and values can overpower the need for careful evaluation. In the heat of passion, the idea of marrying someone who seems so devoted becomes a natural, almost inevitable step, even if the relationship has not yet weathered real-life challenges. Along with emotional commitments, there is a financial aspect that can become dangerously intertwined with these impulsive decisions. Driven by the desire to support a partner they believe in, some men quickly resort to sending money, trusting that their contributions will help build a better future. The generosity shown in these instances is often based on the hope that financial support will bring the couple closer, reinforcing the idea that they are partners in every sense. Yet, when decisions to send money or invest in shared dreams are made without a clear, mutual understanding or verification of intentions, the risk of exploitation increases. Cultural influences also play a significant role in this whirlwind of emotions. The innate warmth, hospitality, and caring nature of many Filipinos create an atmosphere where love appears abundant and unconditional. Such characteristics can, at times, lead to an overestimation of the relationship's strength, prompting men to overlook subtle warning signs. The delicate balance between emotional generosity and practical caution is easily disrupted when the heart is set on an idealized future. In the rush to embrace what seems like a perfect union, critical details such as compatibility, long-term goals, or even the stability of financial circumstances may be disregarded. The focus shifts from understanding the deeper aspects of the relationship to celebrating the immediate, almost magical connection. This shift in perspective can result in choices like hasty marriages or impulsive monetary gifts, actions that are often regretted later when reality sets in. At the core of these impulsive decisions is a mixture of hope, desire, and the overwhelming need to belong and feel loved. The promise of a bright, shared future can mask the importance of taking the time to truly know a partner, allowing idealizations to replace thoughtful consideration. Each act of haste, whether it is entering a marriage without a clear foundation or sending money in the hope of fortifying a budding relationship, carries with it the potential for unforeseen complications. The very qualities that make these relationships appear so appealing at first can, if not balanced with prudence, become the source of future challenges. As the emotional intensity of early encounters fades, the risks of having acted too quickly can emerge, leaving both parties to face the consequences of decisions made under the spell of initial enchantment. As we continue this exploration, the next discussion will examine how one can identify the early warning signs of an unstable foundation and learn strategies to avoid the pitfalls of such impulsive decisions. Are you ready to discover the subtle cues that might signal a need for caution before diving deeper into the heart's desires? In many relationships that begin with promise and allure, there comes a time when subtle signs emerge, casting doubts on the authenticity of the connection. The warning signs are often interwoven into everyday interactions, making them easy to overlook until they accumulate and create a pattern that is hard to ignore. One of the most significant red flags is the appearance of financial requests that seem to come out of nowhere. In a relationship where love and care once seemed abundant, the conversation may shift toward asking for money or gifts, sometimes justified by stories of personal emergencies or promises of future repayment. These requests may start as small gestures but can quickly escalate, leaving one partner feeling pressured to provide financial support in order to keep the relationship afloat. The reliance on money as a proof of love can be a dangerous path, as it often masks deeper issues of control and dependency. Another indicator that the relationship might not be as genuine as it first appeared is the pattern of sudden disappearances. At the beginning, communication may be consistent and heartfelt, but over time, one partner might begin to vanish without explanation for days or even weeks. This sporadic behavior disrupts the flow of connection, leaving the other person feeling confused and hurt by the lack of accountability. Such disappearances may be accompanied by vague excuses or promises to reconnect soon. Yet the cycle continues, creating an atmosphere of uncertainty and anxiety. The absence of a clear, honest explanation for these gaps in communication can suggest that the partner may be hiding something or perhaps even managing multiple relationships concurrently. Emotional manipulation is yet another critical sign that a relationship may be veering off course. This type of behavior often manifests as subtle guilt tripping, where one partner uses the emotions of the other to gain sympathy or control. At first, these instances may seem isolated, a gentle reminder of how much the other person cares or a plea for understanding during a difficult moment. However, over time, these moments can accumulate into a pattern where emotional blackmail becomes a common tool. For example, a partner might say things like, "If you really loved me, you would do this for me," or "I feel so alone without your help," thereby creating an imbalance in the emotional dynamics of the relationship. The result is a situation where one partner begins to feel responsible for the other's well-being, often at the expense of their own emotional health. And this imbalance can be incredibly harmful if it continues unchecked. Drastic changes in behavior also serve as a clear warning sign that something is not right. In the early stages of a relationship, the behavior tends to be consistent and predictable, offering a sense of reliability and trust. However, when sudden shifts occur, such as a move from affectionate, warm interactions to abrupt coldness or even hostility, it can be unsettling. These changes might be triggered by external pressures, personal stressors, or even by a desire to manipulate the other's emotions. Such shifts are not only confusing but can also be symptomatic of deeper issues within the relationship, such as a lack of genuine commitment or an attempt to hide ulterior motives. The unpredictability that arises from these changes makes it difficult for one partner to establish a secure emotional footing, gradually eroding the trust that is fundamental to any healthy relationship. Identifying these patterns requires a careful and objective look at how the relationship evolves over time. It is important to remain alert to the ways in which financial matters are introduced into personal exchanges, as the transition from simple kindness to monetary requests can be subtle yet significant. Equally, the occurrence of unexplained disappearances should not be dismissed as mere scheduling conflicts or temporary busyness. Rather, they should prompt a closer look at the consistency of communication. When coupled with instances of emotional manipulation, such as using guilt to influence decisions or actions, these behaviors begin to paint a picture of a relationship that is increasingly unbalanced. In cases where behavior suddenly turns from warm and inviting to distant or aggressive, it becomes clear that the foundations of trust are weakening. Such drastic changes are rarely isolated incidents. They often indicate that there is an underlying issue that has not been addressed, leading to a cycle of emotional highs and lows that can be both draining and dangerous. It is essential for anyone involved in such relationships to trust their instincts and look for these patterns over time. A healthy relationship typically grows through open communication, mutual respect, and a steady, predictable evolution of trust and commitment. When these elements are replaced by erratic behavior, frequent financial pleas, and emotional manipulation, it is a sign that the relationship may be built on a fragile or even deceptive foundation. Being aware of these warning signs is the first step toward protecting oneself from falling deeper into an emotionally entangling situation that might lead to long-term regret or harm. The subtle cues often start with small, seemingly insignificant incidents that, if left unchecked, can snowball into a much larger problem. As these challenges build, the need for clear understanding and cautious decision-making becomes increasingly urgent. The next discussion will explore how to take proactive measures to safeguard one's emotional and financial well-being while navigating the complexities of a relationship that might be losing its authenticity. Are you prepared to learn the practical strategies that can help you recognize and address these dangerous patterns before they escalate further? When you first become deeply involved in a relationship with someone who seems caring and affectionate, it can be hard to recognize that things have begun to slip into manipulation. At first, everything appears normal and even charming, and you find yourself drawn to every smile and kind word, only to later discover that these gestures mask a more controlling and self-serving nature. The gradual shift happens so subtly that, before you know it, your emotions become entangled in a web of promises and idealizations that feel too good to question. As you get more involved, the partner may begin to request small favors that gradually turn into larger, more frequent financial requests. Initially, you might interpret these pleas as acts of trust or signs of vulnerability, but over time, the repeated need for money or gifts reveals an imbalance that is hard to ignore. The insistence on receiving help, often justified by tales of sudden crises or urgent needs, places you in a difficult position, as your heart is already committed, and the thought of disappointing someone you care about adds a heavy burden to your conscience. At the same time, another challenging aspect is the pattern of sudden disappearances that leave you wondering what went wrong. There were times when conversations flowed easily and every day brought a new connection. Yet now you experience long gaps in communication with vague explanations that never quite satisfy your concerns. This inconsistency creates an emotional roller coaster where you oscillate between hope and doubt, and you begin to question whether the warm affection you once received was genuine or merely a tool to keep you engaged. Such unpredictable behavior can erode your self-confidence, making it increasingly difficult to trust your own judgment as you grapple with the uncertainty of when, or even if, you will be valued in the same way again. The psychological challenges are compounded by the subtle tactics of emotional manipulation. You might recall moments when you were made to feel guilty for simply wanting some space or questioning the actions of your partner. Phrases like, "I need you now more than ever," or "If you truly love me, you will understand," become common refrains that leave you questioning your own emotions and priorities. Over time, these repeated pressures can distort your sense of self, making you feel responsible for maintaining the relationship at all costs, even when you know deep down that something is not right. This constant internal struggle, where your feelings of love conflict with your growing awareness of the manipulation, creates a mental barrier that makes it increasingly hard to break free. The social aspects of such a relationship also play a significant role in trapping you in an unhealthy dynamic. Friends and family may have expressed concern or offered advice, but the bond you have developed makes it hard to accept that their warnings might be true. The fear of being isolated or judged for ending a relationship that once promised so much can be paralyzing. Additionally, societal expectations and the stigma attached to breaking away from what appears to be a perfect love story further complicate your decision-making process. In many cases, the community around you, even if only in subtle, unspoken ways, can reinforce the notion that true love must overcome all challenges, making it seem as though any effort to leave is a sign of failure rather than a step toward self-preservation. Financial challenges add another layer of complexity to the situation. When you have contributed not just emotionally but also monetarily to the relationship, the idea of stepping away can feel like abandoning a significant investment. The manipulative partner might have woven financial dependency into the fabric of your connection, promising that your sacrifices will eventually lead to a stable and prosperous future together. However, as time passes, you may realize that these promises are hollow and that the financial support you provided was less about shared dreams and more about controlling your actions. The thought of losing not only the relationship but also the financial contributions you have made can be daunting, and it may trap you in a cycle of dependence that is hard to break without facing serious economic repercussions. Amid these overwhelming challenges, it is crucial to find practical ways to regain control of your situation. One practical step is to reach out to trusted friends, family members, or even professional counselors who can offer an outside perspective and help you see the situation more clearly. By slowly reconnecting with your own sense of identity and worth, you can begin to set small, manageable boundaries that protect you from further manipulation. Recognizing that your value is not measured by the financial or emotional investments you have made in the relationship is a critical first step. As you start to rebuild your self-esteem and establish clear, healthy limits, you create a foundation that empowers you to make decisions based on what is best for your well-being rather than what is expected by someone else. This gradual process of reclaiming your independence is not easy, and every step may come with a mix of fear and hope. The journey involves a careful rebalancing of your priorities and a willingness to accept that the love you once believed in must evolve into a stronger, healthier relationship with yourself. As you navigate these troubled waters, you begin to see that the path to recovery lies in small, consistent actions that slowly dismantle the manipulative patterns and restore your confidence. With each day, as you reinforce your boundaries and reconnect with the support system around you, you move closer to a life where you are in control of your decisions and free from undue influence. In the next discussion, we will explore the practical strategies and real-life insights that can help guide you through the process of rebuilding your life and establishing a new, more empowering sense of self. Are you ready to discover the steps that can lead you to a place of genuine freedom and strength? In the journey of navigating relationships, it is essential to focus on actions over words and take your time to truly understand the nature of the connection. The most practical advice is to observe the daily behaviors of your partner, rather than being swayed by promises that sound too perfect. When words are filled with grand declarations and seemingly endless reassurances, they can easily mask inconsistencies in actions. It is through the small, consistent actions like being punctual, honest, and respectful in everyday interactions that you can judge the authenticity of someone's intentions. Taking the time to see if these behaviors are maintained during moments of stress or disagreement is key to understanding if the foundation of the relationship is solid. One of the most effective strategies is to never rush into decisions that have long-term implications. When a relationship is still in its early stages, it is common to feel overwhelmed by the intensity of emotions. However, the best approach is to take a step back and evaluate whether the feelings are supported by concrete actions. Quick decisions, such as moving in together, getting married, or sending money, should be approached with caution. These decisions need careful consideration and, ideally, the input of trusted friends or family members who can offer an unbiased perspective. By slowing down the pace, you give yourself the opportunity to notice any red flags that may have been hidden by the initial excitement. Another important aspect is to set clear personal boundaries and remain committed to them, regardless of the emotional pressure that may arise. Recognize that it is completely acceptable to say no or to request time before making a decision that affects your life significantly. The strength to uphold your boundaries is not a sign of coldness, but rather an indication of self-respect and a commitment to long-term well-being. Moreover, cultivating a strong sense of self-awareness is a practical tool in protecting yourself from falling into emotional traps. Engage in self-reflection and try to differentiate between what you truly need and what is simply an idealized version of a relationship. This reflective process helps in maintaining a balanced perspective and prevents you from making impulsive decisions based solely on fleeting emotions. Financial matters should also be approached with clear caution. In many cases, money can become a tool of manipulation, used to create a false sense of commitment or obligation. Before extending financial support, ensure that there is a transparent discussion about finances, and that any monetary contributions are made from a position of strength rather than desperation. This means having a clear plan in place that protects your financial interests while still allowing you to support your partner if the relationship is built on mutual trust and understanding. A healthy relationship should never require you to compromise your financial security, and taking steps to protect your assets is as much a part of self-care as is protecting your heart. Communication remains the cornerstone of any relationship, so be sure to maintain open and honest dialogue with your partner. Ask questions when something does not add up, and do not be afraid to express your concerns. Sometimes, the simplest conversations can reveal whether the relationship is built on a foundation of trust, or if there are underlying issues that have yet to be addressed. It is important to remember that genuine care is shown through consistent, respectful interactions over time, rather than grand gestures that may be designed to distract or overwhelm. Listening carefully and responding with measured thought can help you navigate the complexities of emotions and expectations, ensuring that your decisions are based on clarity rather than the pressure of momentary passion. Taking control of your situation means recognizing that you hold the power to decide what is best for your future. This journey requires patience, resilience, and the willingness to seek support when needed. A practical piece of advice is to build a network of people who care about you, who can provide honest feedback and guidance as you navigate through the ups and downs of relationships. Reaffirm your values regularly, and do not let the allure of immediate gratification override your long-term well-being. By focusing on what truly matters, your happiness, your security, and your genuine connections, you create a path that is less likely to be derailed by impulsive decisions. As we move forward, keep in mind that real change starts with the commitment to observe, understand, and act with care in every step of your relationship journey. If you found these insights helpful, remember to like, comment, and share this video so that more people can be empowered to recognize these crucial signs and avoid the pitfalls of impulsive decisions. Are you ready to take the next step in learning how to build relationships that truly honor your worth and aspirations?